Mike, it's too fucking high, bro.
Oh, it's too loud. Oh, sure. I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Axolip,
My
Just,
bad. My
just,
bad. My
you
bad.
do realize
it's
I
fine.
actually didn't notice that.
you do
My
realize
bad.
that just
I
because you
actually noticed that.
It's fine.
go
It's
higher
fine.
and shit. Although wait, no Warriors against Archie, Mike. I think the Archie Mike is
So
way different.
it's way more clear. Mine is like kind of like way crispier, but I can see like the similar.
Oh, okay then, sure.
Axolip or some. Okay, okay.
So where are we gonna post the scans? In general.
I guess in debate scans, yeah, that's fine.
Guys,
I'm just getting something
guys,
right
did you
now.
set up prerequisites?
No, we don't really need prerequisites.
All right, that's good. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, the topic and positions are pretty clear. I don't see what
Yeah.
adding something else. Yeah.
Mm, by the way, if I'm like taking too long, I'm sorry because like I'm in public right now. I need to do something. Sorry.
You're in public.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I was in class and I'm like almost home. No, no, no. I'm almost home. I just need to like get in my house. Sorry.
Yo,
Oh yeah,
he's
that's fine.
getting outside.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean Apollo debates outside sometimes. So
Uh, okay, okay. So, I guess we can start it now. Yeah, we can start.
okay, sure. So
Okay.
what's your opening statement?
We can just
Oh,
like
you
I'm
want
gonna
to
get.
like start scaling?
Yeah, I'll just get into that. Then I start my scaling. Yeah. Do you wanna go first? Or...
I mean, you can start scaling. I think that's way more appropriate. So
Okay, sure. I can go first. Okay, so
yeah.
let me get the scan. Uh, mhm. By the way, I'm taking like Barry Allen. By the way, like fucking
Barry
Flash.
Allen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Flash. Yeah.
You're taking Barry Allen
Uh,
Flash. Oh, okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
Guess I'll have to change the thumbnail to Flash.
yeah.
With
Yeah.
Atomic Superman on it.
Yeah. It's Flash. I'm taking Flash. Holy shit. Mm, okay.
Yeah. Do the work. Chill. I'm also
Mhm.
recording chat right now. Chill.
Wait, did they send gay porn?
No, it just sent like you know that TikTok of Love and Light TV. Yeah, it's that one. That's what they said.
Okay, okay. Okay, to activate the scans.
Sure. Okay, ping you there.
Yeah, I'm sending there.
Just debating skins.
I can ping it, sure.
There it is. There it is. I found it. What's the scan supposed to
Yeah.
look like?
This is for divine unity. For like when Barry Allen died in Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm taking comp Barry Allen, by the way. So like,
Yeah, that's fine.
he's like, yeah, he's like one with all of DC. He has divine unity.
He's the one with all of DC with divine unity. How?
Yeah, like,
What do you define as? What do you define as being one with DC? Like, is he fused with them,
um,
or what's going on? Or is he just like connected to them of some sort?
yeah, like, I like, okay. So like, Flash is stated to be like everything. Like, thing is a formalizing framework for like every object, which would like mean like Barry, for example, is one with
So he's
formalizing. So
everything.
yeah,
So he's everything.
yeah,
What do
like
you mean by
illogical or
everything?
logical. That doesn't matter.
I think it kind of does matter because if there's
Uh,
a contradiction here, then being everything in DC is quite contradictory. Looking
okay.
at
In what
every single
context?
property inside a single verse.
Okay. Okay. What's the contradiction here?
So how can you be two people at the same time?
How can you be true people at the same time? Yeah, like as I said, like by embodying them, like everything is like,
Yeah, what do you
uh,
mean by embodying them?
like
What do you mean
okay,
by
like
embodying them?
okay, by embodying them is mean like it's just an entire verse. It's just one part of fucking divine simplicity. Like you know what that means. Sorry if I'm
Divine
like
simplicity.
fumbling right now. Yeah, like
I don't know. What do you mean by divine simplicity, and what does that matter? What does it mean to
divine
embody two
simplicity.
people? That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, yeah. Like I'm saying, that's a simple divine unity. Like they are not separated identities. It's essentially just one being without any distinctions or distinct identities. That's pretty much it.
Hold on, no. So you said that being two people is not two distinct identities.
No, it's not like distinction for identities. It's just like one character and one being. Yeah.
So he's one character, yet he's two people.
He's true people. Again. He's not true people. Like they're essentially the same being. Yeah, like they're not the separated
Yeah, how
identities.
can they be the same
That
being? That's what I'm putting into. Yeah, sorry. So I forgot you off there. What I'm asking you is, how can they be one being? That's what I'm putting into question here.
the thing is, what I told you is that he says, this is everything. This is me. This implies like Barry is like everything. Everything we see in DC is Barry. Like it's not a separate identity. It's just
Wait,
Barry himself.
this would also mean that he is something tangible and non-tangible at the same time. Since concepts exist
Yeah,
in the
like
DC universe.
no, like
That means that you're saying that he's aspatial, atemporal, and temporal and spatial at the same time. In
yeah, like
contradiction here.
yeah. It does contain that. Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, so concepts are aspatial, atemporal, right?
What concepts? Like nominalist concepts or Platonic or whatever the fuck?
No, any
So
concept
you
is
think?
aspatial, atemporal.
So you think? Like as I said, depends. What concept? Like you think any
Or at
concept?
least something abstract. I don't think that matters here. I don't think the kind of concept matters here. I just think anything abstract is aspatial, atemporal.
Again, like yeah. I said okay. Sorry. I said like
I could give you the
depends.
argument. I could give you the argument for that. Hold on. I could give you the argument for that.
No,
I won't give you the argument.
fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. I said like it depends if mind is material or immaterial. That's what I said.
Okay, yes, that doesn't. Okay, yes, what I'm asking you is that doesn't matter. That's what I'm telling you.
So you think, wait. So you think like every abstraction.
Hold
So
on.
you think every abstraction in general is a spatial and atemporal? That's what you think?
I think generally they are aspatial, atemporal. I'm like, there's probably a specific concept. There's probably a specific type of concept that sort of,
Mhm.
has these properties that could be distinct from temporal or atemporal being. What I'm asking you is generally they are aspatial atemporal. That's all that matters here. If you're not gonna, if you don't have any arguments for that or arguments against that, I think we could just move on and go to my main point, which is what I'm trying to get across here, so that so that we don't really pedal away from the actual point that I'm trying to get across. Okay, so do you agree that generally concepts or abstract things are aspatial atemporal?
Okay. Okay. No. No.
Any
No. No. I just wanna. I just
specifications?
wanna. I just wanna establish something before. I just wanna establish something before.
Okay, sure.
Ideas. Okay. Okay. Ideas are material by generalization, but in DC, because like there is
What do you
collective
mean by
unconscious.
material? Wait, what do you mean by material? You think concepts are, or you think concepts are physical? Is that what you're
No.
telling me?
No. No. I don't think. I don't think concepts are physical. What I said is like we have mind dependent and mind independent concepts. That's what I mean.
Okay, what I'm telling you is generally that doesn't matter here. I'm telling you generally they are aspatial atemporal. I don't care if you're talking
Uh,
about mind dependent or non mind dependent. What I'm asking you is
okay.
generally
So.
they are aspatial atemporal.
Okay, and I'm asking you for justification for that. Like, why would they
Okay, sure.
generally do?
That's what I
Yeah,
said. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I could hold on.
yeah.
Let me just send you the. Hold on.
Okay, sure.
So listen. So you do
Mm-hmm.
realize that abstract entities are typically constructed with concrete entities. So abstract entities are not located in space or time, whereas concrete entities are. And abstract entities do not have physical properties. They cannot be seen, touched, or measured. They exist independently of the physical world and do not depend on spatial or temporal conditions for their existence. So hold on, let me give you an example. So let me give you, Platonism or forms. They exist in a non-physical realm. So, for example, the number two, the property of redness or the concept of justice exists in a realm that is beyond space and time. And Platonic forms are considered perfect and immutable. They're not affected by changes or constraints of the physical world, including spatial and
Mm-hmm.
temporal limitations. So, abstract entities are considered immutable as they do not change over time. For example, the truth of the proposition 2 plus 2 equals 4 is eternal and unchanging, which is irrespective of any physical or temporal conditions. And I think that this doesn't really matter. This won't really affect what you're trying to get across here. What all I'm trying to tell you right now is that concepts are aspatial atemporal. This won't really affect anything. It's not really dangerous to your point.
Okay, yeah. By the way, toxic. I'm not trying to like do a real debate here. I'm just like trying to do this for warm up. But yeah. Anyway, so again, as I said, what do you mean by entities? Like abstractions can be, for example, an idea inside a material
Abstract
mind.
properties, just abstract properties,
Okay,
just
so
things that are constant. Like I said, I just gave you an example. I just gave you like plenty of examples right here. I could state them again. I could state them again
yeah.
if you want. Okay,
No,
so
no. What I mean, like,
the
yeah.
property of redness or the concept of justice, they exist in a realm that is beyond space and time. And we know very well that the
Okay.
concept of justice exists in DC. Okay, that's all I'm trying to get across, and I'm pretty sure you do agree. I think you're just a little skeptic right now, which I don't really think that's
No,
necessary for the coherency of the dialectic. So we can move on from this point if you want, because this doesn't really matter.
bro, what the fuck?
Like I
Whose
said,
mic is that? Okay, yeah.
I don't know whose mic that is, but yeah, I've already said for the coherency of the debate, it doesn't seem like you disagree. It just seems like you're a little skeptic here. So for the coherency of the debate, we can move on if you want from this. But if we're just gonna keep pedaling in this point, then I think that's really unnecessary. So maybe we can move on to the actual point that I'm trying to get across here.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So what are you trying to say with these concepts, like abstractions and all of that? What's that?
Yeah.
What's
So
the relation of that
since
to my
Barry
theory?
Allen,
Yeah.
yes. So
Mm-hmm.
if Barry Allen, he is everything in DC, then essentially this would mean that he is both something physical and something non-physical, which I think is a contradiction. And I could give you the argument for that if you want. I could give you the argument, but I'm pretty sure it's evident that
Mhm.
that's a contradiction. And I could. Do you want? Do you need a formal argument for that? I could give you a syllogism if you want.
No, it's fine. Okay, okay. So like, no, like, for example, like what I'm trying to say is like, I do think perfect Platonic ideas are abstract and beyond space and time. But wait a second, wait a second. Sorry, someone is calling my phone. Give me a second.
All right, all right. I don't know if this guy understands my point. I don't know why he jumped to Platonism. Doesn't really matter. But yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm back. Okay, okay, sorry, sorry. So, you're saying like if Barry is like both physical and non-physical at the same time, that's a contradiction. That's what you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so like actually, like let's say
Hold on,
chicken.
dude. Just
Okay.
no, 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 no. Kick this music bot. Kick this music bot.
Okay. Who's playing music? Sorry. Wait.
It's Matchbox. Just kick it out.
Okay.
Anyways, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say yeah. Okay, so what I was saying is like let's say chicken, for example, a tender chicken and a burger, they are not the same, but they are both like they both share the same attribute of chickenness. Like same thing here. Like for example, non-physicality and non-physicality and non-physicality are yeah. Sorry. What you wanna say?
I think that's sort of a Texas sharpshooter because I don't think a chicken burger and chicken have inherently the same properties. They could share some similar things, but mostly they're not. So I think that you're just going off a Texas sharpshooter standpoint, which I think is really unnecessary. So yeah,
Okay, no. What I was gonna say, okay. What I was gonna say is like again, non-physicality and non-physicality are also not the same, but both, okay, share the same attribute of goodness or fucking berryness. You know what I mean with that, right?
they share the same amount of berryness. That's what I'm
Yeah,
putting into
like
question. If berry, if berry is, or what I'm putting into question is if berry is truly, or in actuality, these two things. Like, are you saying narratively? Are you saying that what I'm saying doesn't matter because it's narratively true? Is that what you're saying? Because
okay. No. Like yes, like okay, because he's everything. Okay, and again, like even in like God, for example, with
dude,
ontological
bro, what
perfection and all that.
I'm putting that into yeah, dude, I'm putting that into question because that is a contradiction. Okay, and you're kind of
Okay,
just
so.
repeating the claim because your claim here is that premise one, uh, you know, Flash Barry Allen, he embodies everything. Premise two, and premise two. What was your premise to
Mhm.
Axolip? What was your premise to Axolip?
I said like Barry is like pure actuality and like perfection and everything we see. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm putting into question, but you're kind of repeating the claim. What I'm asking you is how does he embody everything? That's what I'm asking you. And why by asking you this, I'm giving you several examples that are contradictory to being actuality, okay? Sure, it could be
Mhm.
narratively implied. The author could say what he wants, but this doesn't mean that it's, inherently actual. What I'm trying to get across here is if it's, in all actuality. Like, here's the thing, can fly and not fly at the same time. I won't take that for granted because that is inherently a contradiction. If the author intends for something to happen, doesn't mean that it's an actuality, or if you can include it in an actual comparison. Otherwise, you could just retcon that because a contradiction is a logical it's two things being, or contradictions have several meanings, but I think we could just go with one at Oxford if you want. But yeah,
Okay, so
I mean,
yeah, yeah, like what I was like, okay, okay. So you're saying like this doesn't mean like Barry is like pure actuality or whatever the fuck. That's what you said.
what I'm
Uh,
saying is that, okay, so the first point that we were on was that it is a
mhm.
contradiction. Was that is a he's sort of a perfect being, and sort of an actualization of this
Mhm.
universe or the embodiment of the DC universe. But I don't know. But are you talking about embodiment, or is that he is the DC universe? Because you're kind of switching your points around here.
Yeah, okay. What I was saying is like, okay, okay. So you do realize that, for example, like with Barry, you know how DC multiverse works, right? Or not?
I think I have an idea of how it works, but I don't think that matters here. Why does it matter?
Because Barry, okay, because Barry in fucking like Grant Morrison, okay, in Grant Morrison's idea, Barry was like the efficient cause for all of DC, like where fucking Darkseid was gonna destroy everything, okay, all of multiverse and blah blah blah. The creation itself like brought a physical manifestation of Barry there to like protect the multiverse from Darkseid, for example. But that's
So,
not
so
Barry
he is
himself.
a representation, or is he the embodiment of it? Does he represent
He's
DC
like
universe, or
he's
is he
like
the embodiment?
everything. No, 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 no. He's like everything. Okay, he's like everything in DC. Okay, and like everything is formalizable. Okay, as a thing, which is like unified by Barry, and logical possibilities and impossibilities are things. Barry unifies logical like possibilities and
So you're
impossibilities.
saying that so you're saying that logical impossibilities exist within the
Mm,
DC
yes.
universe, and then yeah, but you do realize that Barry Allen himself is a logical possibility, right? You know that.
What did you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did you say, my bad?
You know that Barry Allen himself is a logical impossibility, right? You know that.
Barry Allen himself is a logical impossibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, no, Barry is
Because due
not
to his
logical
contradictory,
impossibility.
he is due to his contradictory nature, as I've already explained, and you haven't really given an argument against that. You've kind of just been peddling away and giving justifications for why he embodies. No, you just sort of gave the narrative, the narrative explanation for how, and the cause of how he embodies everything. When I'm putting into question, this is actual. But if you argue
Mhm.
that he does embody everything, then he himself is a logical impossibility, like I've said. And that's what I'm trying to get across here. He's a logical impossibility, but he is due to his contradictory nature, like I've stated
Where
on
is he?
multiple occasions now.
Where is he?
Okay, yeah,
So,
like yes,
Where
I
is
did
he?
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up, what's up?
Yeah, so what's the argument again for it being a contradiction?
So the argument was that if he's everything in the DC universe, and Axolip, he agreed that everything in the DC universe, concepts, etc., exist in the DC universe. I said, since concepts exist in the DC universe, and physical things exist in the DC universe, that means that he is both something physical and something abstract. And something physical, spatial, and temporal, something abstract is aspatial, atemporal. What I've said is that is a contradiction. It doesn't matter if it's narratively intended or not. I'm
Oh
saying
wait, he
that in
said every.
reality,
Oh, he said like Barry Allen is everything in
yeah,
DC.
no, no. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. And I've
Um,
and I've
Sounded
stated that
like
that would be a contradiction. That's what I've said. That is
it's.
a contradiction.
It sounded like he was saying like since he created like everything, then he encompasses everything because everything is within himself. But now it's not necessarily everything in himself, or he's not identical to everything.
Yeah,
I
is that what
mean,
he's trying to get across? Is that what he's trying to get across?
Yeah, he's
no,
saying
no,
that
like,
he can. Okay,
okay,
what do you? What? No,
okay,
go
okay,
on.
just explain the toxic. Sorry, sorry, I interrupted.
Okay, he was saying that it contains like everything because he created everything, but he's not identical to everything. But I didn't know like
Saying
he
that.
said like he's everything
Wait, wait.
because
So
from
are
what I
you
mean, it
saying
doesn't
are
sound
you
like that.
saying that? Wait. So are you saying that Axolip said that Barry Allen created everything?
I mean, if you,
Therefore he
yeah.
encompasses everything. Therefore he encompasses everything.
And I think the all-encompassing point was just like another attribute that he was given to his character. But I didn't know like he was saying like he's identical to everything. But it sounded like he was just saying like he has an
I'm
attribute
pretty
that
sure
encompasses
yeah,
everything.
that's literally what he said. That's quite literally what he said, as we stated multiple times.
I cheers. That's the case. It's on him. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
yeah, yeah,
Excellent. So
yeah.
you need to like sort of like go against my point as I've stated before.
Okay. Like which of the paragraph? Sorry. Which point?
Yeah, he
Like, do you mean
said.
the abstraction shit?
I said that
Yeah, he
I'm
said.
saying that it is a contradiction if he is everything in the DC universe. I mean, in the
Fuck,
DC
these
whatever.
niggas are so weird, bro.
In the DC whatever.
Yo, warrior.
Okay.
Yo, warrior.
Yo, what's up? What's
So
up?
wait, so your argument for the start in the dialectic when you said it was a contradiction was because Axolip said like you can be two states at the simultaneously at the same time, right?
Sorry, Warrior. Just like repeat your point.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just repeat your point. Sorry.
Okay, sure. So Axelip, we've already agreed that abstract things are aspatial, atemporal, and physical things are spatial and temporal. Okay. And since we've already agreed on
Mhm.
that, what I've said that if Barry Allen is everything in the DC universe, that is a contradiction because that would be indicative that he is both spatial and temporal and aspatial, atemporal at the same time, which is a contradiction, like I've stated on multiple occasions right now. Which I don't know if you're, not to, throw a rhetorical jab, but I don't know if you're tracking. That's what I'm telling you.
No, like the possibilities point.
So you're saying that, yeah, what I'm saying is that if he can, actualize logical impossibilities, etc., I'm saying that then he is a logical impossibility himself because if he is everything, he himself is a logical impossibility. That's what I'm trying to get you. He himself is a logical impossibility.
Okay, so you're saying Barry himself is a logical impossibility because like he's
Yes.
like unifying with all of them, right?
Yes, because you said he is everything, right? That is a logical impossibility. Barry Allen is a logical impossibility if that's the case, and
Okay, so
I've
like
elaborated why.
yeah, like okay, I understand your point. So like let's make an example, okay? Possibilities and impossibilities are opposites, like oppositions, and like as so
Yes, I
they
know that.
can't both yeah, so they can't both be like at the same time. But that's not what Barry does. Barry unifies everything, so possibilities and impossibilities are not the same, but they are both share the same attribute of Barry. Like they're all Barry. Like they're like fucking
Oh, okay.
spatial. Yeah.
So
Totally.
he's a logical impossibility and logical possibility at the same time, right? That's like that's what I'm saying. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, like he
I understand
unifies
now.
with all of them. Yeah, I'm saying that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, excellent. Thank you so much. First of all, I don't think that can exist in actuality, as I've said on multiple times.
So you don't think like logical
And I could give you
exist?
the argument, and I could give you the argument for that, and I could really give you the argument for that if you want to.
So okay, wait. So you don't think
I don't
logical
think logical
impossibilities can
impo- yeah
exist?
yeah I don't think that can exist.
Okay, why? Mhm.
So fiction is derived off imagination, right? And since you can't really imagine a contradiction, you can't imagine an apple existing and not existing at the same time. So if we take a look at that is why it's called a logically impossible world because we can't really imagine it, and thus it's a contradiction, right? So we can't imagine this, this narratively implied version of Barry Allen because it is a logical impossibility and a contradiction. You can't imagine something contradictory, right? That's what I've told you. Like if you try to imagine and try to imagine an apple existing and not existing at the same time, or if you try to imagine a square presupposing that it has eight sides, that is a contradiction, right? So that's what I've told you. We can't imagine that. So if we can't imagine it, then it cannot exist in fiction. I could simplify it you in a syllogism if you want.
Oh my god, bro. These niggas are so weird.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So, what I was gonna say is like formal frameworks are frameworks for reasoning and imagination, and quantum
What'd you
logic
say?
can
I'm
be
sorry.
like.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said formal frameworks are frameworks for reasoning and imagination, and quantum logic can reason with things that are illogical and can
Oh,
make illogical things
you're talking
exist.
about like yeah, but quantum logic, the actual argument for it is that is like you have something right. You sort of have an experiment like the Schrodinger's cat experiment. They say that
Mhm.
there are two probable propositions. The cat is dead and not dead. These are both two probable propositions before they actually measure it. They don't take both of them to actually be true at the same time. It's both are probable before they check if the cat is actually dead or not. That's when I'm talking about quantum logic, and that's been addressed on. I've addressed this right now. So if you try to repeat more experiments, that will just be addressed. So
No, okay, okay. So what I was saying is like, well, like that's a part of it, but it's also rooted in an abstract way. For example, like we can't really say both are equally true just because like they are classical
okay, what do you mean
probability
by
and like
rooted in an abstract way? Sorry, what do you mean by rooted in an abstract way?
they
Deeply.
are abstraction. Like they are like, for example, yeah, like it's also like abstraction. That's what I said. Yeah.
What's an abstraction exactly? The contradiction can be an abstraction. Is that what you say?
Okay, like about that, like I don't know about the contradiction can be an abstraction, but you can like tell me if
Yeah,
it can or not. Yeah.
because if you say that, a contradiction can't really be conceptualized unless you use linguistic.
Mm-hmm.
So all you're doing now, you're just using linguistic. You're just saying sure you can say that it isn't. You could claim anything you want, but it doesn't mean that it's actuality. And even if you call it even if you call it a type of conceptualization, that's still using
War,
linguistic. That's sort of begging the question. So what are you
Warrior
trying to
Z,
say?
Warrior Z. What I was gonna say is like quantum logic has nothing to do with superposition. Superposition is like in quantum fucking mechanics, which says like
I know what you said. I've already addressed that, dude. Like I've even given you an example that uses superpositions. An example of a
Bro, can I just like
superposition
debate Warrior Z, bro?
is
okay,
Schrodinger's. Yeah, okay.
yeah, like about the superposition. Wait, isn't superposition like two electrons and like they're equivalent to each other,
What?
and yet they have
What?
fundamentally like different attributes or something? Or I'm wrong?
What are you on about, dude? What do you mean
I
they
don't
have
know,
different
maybe.
attributes? I don't think this really matters. And even if you sort of prove it to physically exist, it doesn't mean that we can imagine it. Sure, we know that God exists. You agree with that because you're Muslim or you're
Yeah, I
Muslim, right?
agree with.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not gonna
Muslim. You're
like, yeah,
Muslim.
yeah.
So
I'm not gonna
you
like
know that
deal with
God
that,
exists.
but
So
yeah,
we know that God exists, but
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't mean that we can imagine God. Okay, so what I'm asking you
Okay,
is, yeah,
so
it's
like,
really
wait,
vague.
what are you
Yeah.
saying about God? Yeah, I know what you're trying to argue, like the focus argument on superposition. But yeah, that's fine. Okay, so about God
Okay.
again. Okay, yeah. About God, like, what do you mean by God? Like, do you think we can imagine God?
No, I don't think we can imagine God. But there are multiple times in the Quran that we can't. So
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is like, for example, like, fucking. Let me just get into that quantum logic point again, superposition. Like MWI, we can say like wave function governs is like contradictory bundle of the states because like all information is equally real inside of it. Like in
Yeah.
logic, for something to have a real existence, it needs to like be true.
what do you? Okay, so wait. Repeat that because I don't know what you mean by multiple worlds interpretation exactly. Why does that matter?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, for example, like in MWI, we can say a wave function governs and is the contradictory bundle of states because all information is equally real inside of it. In logic, for example,
What do you
like
mean by what do you mean by information? Like, do you mean that is a logically impossible world? What are you talking about?
mm,
What do you think is a logically
yeah,
impossible world?
like okay, yeah, like Okay, yeah, like let's say you're gay and not gay, and like this is an opposition. Okay, this is an opposition,
Yeah.
and what I'm trying to say is like and a contradiction. Okay, but it's true in MWI. That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that MWI exists. Like, how's that?
You don't think
Yeah,
MWI
and
exists?
okay. So MWI are just logically impossible worlds. They're just logically impossible worlds, right? That's just giving an example of what a logically impossible world is. That doesn't matter. What I'm asking you is, can they exist in fiction? That's what I'm asking you. You're just peddling
What?
away, and talk about MWI, which yes, sure, they do contain logically impossible worlds. Even EMR contains logically impossible worlds. That doesn't matter. We know what it is, but at the same time, what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't exist in fiction. We can't imagine these worlds. We cannot imagine a world where Axolip is gay and not gay. We cannot imagine that. What I'm asking you is, this doesn't matter. It doesn't correlate to my point. Okay, it doesn't.
Um.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So
even if
can I go
even if
on now?
it's even if it is narratively implied, it doesn't mean that it's all in actuality. You're kind of peddling away right now.
Okay. So can I like continue my point now? If you're done.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Okay, so like again, like MWI is possible with quantum mechanics, and I'm saying like quantum mechanics can define
Bro,
impossible things. Okay, and you already agreed like quantum physics are
fine.
fucking
Okay,
yeah, yeah. So like
like I
you
said,
already agreed.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Sorry,
Like I
sorry.
said,
Yeah, let me
wait, wait,
finish.
are we
Let me
wait,
finish.
are we continuing?
Warrior Z,
All right, sure.
Warrior Z. Let me finish,
Go ahead
bro.
and finish.
Okay, yeah,
Go ahead and finish.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like you already agreed that quantum physics are frameworks of imagination. So like we can
No, I've
imagine.
never agreed to that. Never agreed to that. It's just a study, just an
So wait,
imagination.
so you don't think like quantum mechanics are like like conceptual frameworks?
Not really. I think they're sort of frameworks that are established with linguistic and studies, which they just write down. And I don't disagree. You could write down anything you want. You could write down a whole story about contradictions, which I've done before, by the way. Which I've done before, by the way. I've read multiple stories that contain contradictions. This doesn't make it actual. It doesn't make it inherently true. What I'm telling you is, can you imagine a world where Axolip is gay and not gay? Can you imagine that? What can you
Okay,
imagine, please?
yeah, yeah. About that question.
Anything of what you just said, it doesn't matter. Any framework that you write down, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as we cannot imagine it, as long as we cannot, sort of cognitively or visually imagine it, it doesn't matter. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
okay.
telling you.
So okay, about the studies point. Okay, okay, wait. So about the studies point, like that reason, like with things. Okay, studies like the reason with things. Okay, and like it's a framework of imagination and like framework
Yeah,
of
but what I'm saying
reasoning.
is that I already disagree with that. They just write several hypothetical scenarios, which I
Mhm.
think, which don't exist. They do not exist. We cannot imagine these hypothetical scenarios, like I've said on multiple
Bro, just
occasions.
argue on what imagination is, bro.
Okay, wait, wait,
That's what
wait.
I said.
Fiction, yeah, yeah,
That's what I
wait.
said.
In a fictional setting, sorry, sorry. In a fictional setting, okay, fiction is hypothetical scenarios. Like, don't you think crosswords debates are hypothetical scenarios?
Or hypothetical scenarios.
Yeah, don't
I
you think
mean,
that?
hypothetical. I mean, not really. They're sort of ideas that what? Yeah, yeah, actually, they are. They are actually. Yeah, I do think they are hypothetical scenarios. Yes. What I'm putting into question is that if this can
Mm-hmm.
exist in this hypothetical scenario, because we're talking about something fictional. They're talking about other worlds, impossible worlds, which we have an understanding of. Okay. What I'm asking you is that if we can imagine this, or if it can exist in this hypothetical scenario. I don't know why you bring that up. I don't know why you're piddling away from the actual point. You never answered any of my questions. What I'm asking you is that if we can imagine a world where Axolip is gay, not gay. So I just want an answer, yes or no. If you're gonna
Oh,
keep
okay,
piddling
okay,
away,
yeah. Sorry, sorry, Maruzi, sorry, sorry. So, like, again, like, fiction is a set of imaginary and hypothetical ideas, and I just agreed, like, the thing is a
I've
hypothetical
said, yeah,
scenario.
oh my god, yeah, I've said I'll
Yeah.
put that into question if it can actually exist in all actuality in this hypothetical scenario. You could have several other
God.
stories, right? You could have several other stories. Okay, you could write down a
Mm-hmm.
contradictory story, and you could pick a contradictory character. Let's say I just pick contradictory character X. Okay, and he does something contradictory. He has a contradictory feat, which gives him a contradictory ability in this hypothetical scenario. Okay, what I'm putting the question is
Okay.
that no, he can't. First of all, he cannot have that contradictory ability due to the previous argument I've presented. If you want, I can repeat that argument, but I don't think you've
Mm,
really addressed that. I think you've just brought up multiple frameworks which have nothing to do with any of my
no.
questions or any of my
Okay.
points. You could bring up modal realism. You could bring up quantum logic. I've already addressed quantum logic because it doesn't really matter. And I've already sort
Mhm.
of, and yeah, we've already talked about multiple worlds interpretation and why. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, okay. So what I was saying again, okay, okay. What I was saying, what my point was, is that we don't necessarily need to imagine it. Like, we can just like, okay, you know about semantics, right? You know about semantics.
Semantics. What do you define semantics as?
Yeah, semantics, like, okay, okay. For example, in fiction, like, we can't imagine anything higher than three-dimensional, okay? We can't really imagine anything higher than
I
three-dimensional. Yeah.
wait. I think we can, and that's not a contradiction, okay? Tomorrow we could imagine a four-dimensional being. Tomorrow we could imagine something four-dimensional, and first of all, I think we can actually. It's been demonstrated multiple times visually, on how
Um,
we can imagine four-dimensional. I think we've already done that actually. First of all,
Bro,
Warrior
is he
Z,
lagging or
Warrior
just
Z.
even if
My
you bring
my
up,
point was not that.
hold
No,
on,
no, no. I never said. I never.
whoa, you need to spring, you need to spring. Oh no, I'm not finished. What I'm trying to tell you is that, look,
Mm-hmm.
anything that's not a contradiction, we could eventually imagine that. Okay, tomorrow we could imagine, even if we hypothetically say, right now we cannot imagine a four dimensional being, that is still a logical possibility. Logical possibilities can exist. Okay, tomorrow we could imagine a four-dimensional being, which we already can, by the way. So, what are you exactly trying to get across here? It doesn't matter. It doesn't correlate to my point. Okay, if you're just going to keep peddling away, then this debate will eventually just become incoherent, and I think we'll just end up. Um, I think you'll just end up lost in the sauce. All right.
Okay, Warrior Z. Okay, okay. So how can we think? Like what? Like how can we think with that? Like if you don't think, like we can describe, like we can't imagine something higher than three-dimensional without any description of it. We can imagine higher than 3D beings. Okay, with like descriptions, with linguistic descriptions. So like
Okay,
what I'm saying.
I've already addressed this, dude.
No, 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 no.
I've already
You're
addressed this.
Warrior
What's
Z. Like,
that?
can I finish? Bro? Can I finish my
That is a
like?
logical possibility. That literally is a
Okay,
logical possibility.
okay, okay. So let me
okay.
let me just talk. Okay, yeah, sorry. So what I was saying is like we can imagine four-dimensional beings like by linguistic
I agree.
descriptions. Yeah, yeah, and not visual image. Okay, illogicality is the
Oh,
same. We can't visually imagine them in our mental mind, but we can imagine them using descriptions and linguistics rather than like
I'm sorry.
direct.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. So what I'm putting into question, if we can imagine it by linguistic, that's what I'm asking you. That's what we've been
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
this
Why is it? I
entire
never.
time. You're just repeating the claim, dude.
No, no. I was saying we can't do it visually in our brain,
no,
but
he's
we
bro.
can like
Axolip.
what?
He's asking you like, how can you imagine it linguistically? So just like give an argument as to why you can imagine it linguistically.
No, okay, okay. So like again, we can't visually imagine them. Like for example, we can't
But
visually
don't repeat
imagine.
yourself. Just give an argument, bro.
Oh my god.
Okay,
For
yeah,
why you can imagine it
No,
linguistically.
wait.
yeah. Like okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, sorry,
Now
sorry. My
everyone's the
bad,
same,
my
bro.
Yeah, yeah, we can just okay. So like let's say if it's like a five-dimensional being, for example, okay. Dimensions are described as mathematical frameworks in that point,
No,
okay? And like
He's asking for logicality, not high dimensional
no, no,
beings.
I'm just giving like an example. Like let's say, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, I'm just
Dude,
giving an
this
example.
example, dude, I'm telling you, this example doesn't freaking matter. I've already said multiple times, this is a logical
Just let him finish. Just
possibility.
guess.
Alright.
I'm why is it like I guess like you caught me so many times, but fine, okay. Anyways, so, a five-dimensional being, for example, dimensions are described as mathematical frameworks, and we can't see like a five-dimensional being in our mind with a visual image again. Instead, we use like the description. How can we? How can we like see a five-dimensional being? How?
We can imagine anything logically possible.
Anything logically possible? So wait. Again, show me a five-dimensional being, for example.
Five-dimensional being.
Yeah,
All right.
prove that. Like, yeah, prove what you said. Yeah. Like, for example, like, show me a visual image of like 100-dimensional being, if you think it's like a logical possibility.
Do you know what a logical possibility and impossibility is? And why? And like I've said, it doesn't matter if. Okay, hold on. I do have the source right now. Before I continue, this doesn't matter at all, and I'll explain why this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because tomorrow it's a possibility that we could freaking imagine it, or in a few days, or next week, or next month that we could imagine a 100-dimensional being, for example. It's because it's not contradictory to anything in our reality. We could eventually, have our, and everybody has, the study of dimensionality. I don't know if you read it.
Okay. No.
Several mathematicians, hold on,
Mhm.
several mathematicians have their own, have their own descriptions of it, and it doesn't matter either way. Why? And I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Because it is
Mhm.
it is logically possible and exists, and it can exist in a logically possible world. What I'm putting into question here is logically impossible worlds. If you say something like a being that's four-dimensional and not four-dimensional at the same time, that's going to be a problem. Five-dimensional beings are not a problem because they are logically possible, okay? It can exist in a logically possible world, okay? What I'm asking you right now is things that exist in a logically impossible world. And like I've said on multiple
Mhm.
occasions, four dimensionality, we can eventually imagine that because it has
Mhm.
no contradiction. We can imagine anything that has no contradiction. However, we cannot imagine anything that has a direct contradiction. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get across here. But you're not really understanding, so you're kind of pedaling away. Not to
No.
literally throw a rhetorical jab here.
What is
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
what is it? Can I go on now?
Sure, you can go on, but I think you'll just repeat the claim. So,
No. Okay. So like, okay. Again, you said we can imagine all logically. Yeah, you said we can
yeah,
imagine all logically possible things with visualization. So like, okay, show me a like 100-dimensional being, and like what you said doesn't even matter.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because it's logically possible. We could eventually imagine it today or tomorrow. So,
How can we imagine it? Okay, how can we like imagine
and plus, when you have
that?
a
Yeah.
sort of a five-dimensional or a 100-dimensional being inside
Hmm.
a sort of a story, right? That can be conceptualized. A five-dimensional being can be conceptualized. Okay,
No, no, no.
a five-dimensional being
Yeah.
can be conceptualized. Okay, they can be conceptualized, and you know why they can be conceptualized. And since they can be conceptualized, we can also imagine these things. Okay, we can also imagine these things. Every single mathematician that I spoke about hundred dimensionality and these extreme ideas that are beyond our, that are sort of beyond our, comprehension, have their own idea of it. Okay, it is a
Mhm.
first of all. Second of all,
Mhm.
like I've said on multiple times, it doesn't matter if we can't imagine it, right? Like, let's say hypothetically, we cannot imagine a high-dimensional being. It doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's logically possible. I'm asking you something that's logically impossible. That's what I'm asking you. And just because we cannot imagine God, okay, doesn't mean that he doesn't exist. Or, that he cannot be that he cannot really be that he cannot be exactly conceptualized or exist in a logically possible world just because we cannot imagine. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm asking you things like something that's four-dimensional, not four-dimensional at the same time. That's what I'm trying to ask you here, but you keep pedaling away, and you've just repeated the same
Okay.
claim and you just repeated the same claim that I've addressed on multiple occasions.
Okay, where is he? So you're done now? Like literally, okay. Again. Yeah. Uh again. So like what I said, what you said was literally in question, whether or not you can imagine it tomorrow or ever. And again,
It
for
can exist
that.
in a okay, like I've said, it can be first of
Hmm.
all, it can be conceptualized. Second of all, it can exist in a logically possible world. Third of all, it's logically possible to imagine it. Therefore, it can exist. What we're talking about. is that things that exist in logically impossible world cannot exist
Bro,
or be imagined.
excellent,
Holy crap!
excellent,
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
He's
What? What?
he's asking you to like make a similar point, but that pertains to like logicality.
Okay,
Yeah,
so like,
you're just
yeah, yeah,
you're
okay.
one-dimensional. It doesn't freaking matter. Holy crap!
Okay, yeah. So again, Warriors. So like you said, we can make theories about 100-dimensional beings. Okay, not imagine them in a visual sense. I'm asking you like
They're
how it's
logically
logically,
possible.
how they're logically possible. That's what I'm asking. That's what's in
Because
question. Like
because
what?
they're not because they're not contradictions. They don't
Wait,
contradict
no.
anything.
Okay, okay, okay,
A
okay.
logical. Okay, let me give you an example. Hold on, I'm not done. First of all, logically. Okay, number one, logically possible world. Logically possible worlds are things that contain things that do not directly contradict each other. Okay, like a hundred-dimensional being can exist somewhere in a logically possible world. Okay, but something that cannot exist is in a logically impossible world, like a something that's a hundred-dimensional being and not a hundred-dimensional being at the same time. That is a contradiction, therefore logically impossible. You're not really pertaining to my point. I don't know why you're bringing up dimensionality when it completely doesn't matter. You're peddling off this point, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
But
I'm not. Warriors.
he's saying they're not contradictions, so they're logically possible.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like again. Okay, I'm saying what you said, like higher dimensional, like with what you said, like higher dimensionals are illogical because we can't imagine
I've
them.
never said that. I've never said that. I'm quite
You
literally
never said
never said that.
that.
Higher debate
Okay, okay.
things dialectic. Dude,
Yeah, you did. You literally did. Like what?
You get him.
I've never said that, dude.
Higher
Even
dimensions
Toxic
are logical.
agrees. Even
Like
bro, he's yeah.
So you're
I've
not
never
sure.
said that.
You indirectly said that. Like I can literally prove that if you want.
Wait, what exactly?
I've never indirectly said anything. I've literally clarified on it as well on multiple
What
occasions, but you keep peddling away. Well, okay, wait, what's up?
Yeah.
Did he just say higher dimensions are logical?
He
No,
didn't. He said
I
Lindsay
said.
said that.
He says that I claim that, but I said I never claimed that because they are logical
Yeah.
possibilities. Yes,
Okay.
but this guy doesn't because I don't think Axolip is really tracking here.
No,
Again,
He's
like
where is
he's bringing
he?
up
why
Where is
is he?
he? Where is he? He's
Why is
saying you said that indirectly, but he has to give an argument. Like this is so dumb.
yeah, I
he?
don't
Yeah.
think I've
Okay. So
indirectly said that. Yeah, I don't think even if I indirectly said that, that must
okay.
have been a
Why is
mistake.
he? Let me.
If you
Okay.
focus
I
on
let
that,
you
that would
say. Why
inherently
is he?
just
Why
be
is he?
bad faith.
Why is he?
That
Why
would
is he?
inherently okay.
Let me tell you
I
something.
might have to.
No.
Sorry,
Let me
sorry,
tell
I
you
might have
something.
to get loud. Sorry, I might have to get loud. So what I've said was is that even if I've indirectly said it, that must have been a mistake. If you focus on that if you purely focus on that mistake, that is a bad faith tactic. That is bad faith. If you want this to remain a good faith discussion, we can remain on what I've actually initially meant and what I've clarified on multiple occasions. So that's what we can focus on. Okay. I'm sorry I have to get loud. I
Bro,
just have to clarify on something before this turns to a smirk fest. Okay. So could you please continue with your point?
Okay, very easy. So for the first one, okay, let me tell you something. We are doing this in my server. You're cutting me off again and again, but I'm like, I'm not fucking, like, perma abusing you. And all I want from
Beautiful.
you,
Yeah, that's good
yeah,
faith.
okay, all I want from you is to let me finish, okay? I let you finish, and I don't interrupt. So
Yes,
let me
but
finish.
I wasn't finished. Yeah, but I wasn't finished with my point. But here's the thing: your basis was wrong. All right, and because your
Anyways, yeah, okay.
basis
So
was
we
wrong,
can
the
continue.
entire argument would inherently be wrong. All right.
We
So
can continue. Yeah.
I've attacked that. So you can go ahead and you can continue, like I've said. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so what I was saying is like you said imagination is only visual. If something cannot be visualized, it's not logical. Higher
I've
dimensionals, like
never
higher
said
dimension.
this. Holy
Okay,
crap! I've said
so
I
wait.
said
wait,
contradictions
wait.
cannot be visualized.
Bro, we kind of said that though.
Holy
You,
crap!
wait. What is he? So you're saying if there are contradictions, they can't be like visualized? That's what you said.
If they are direct contradictions that exist in a logically impossible world, then yes, they cannot be imagined.
Okay, so again, where is he? So what I was saying was regarding your point, saying like, for example, we can imagine a fucking four-dimensional being, okay? And you said we can
Give me a
imagine that.
second. Give me
Yeah.
a second. Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay. Sure, sure, sure. Bro, I don't know if Warriors even like. What's this debate,
Bro,
bro?
why the W debate Actus Purus Barry Allen, bro?
Bro, like, I'm Barry Allen. Holy shit, bro. This is a fucking rat, by the way. This is a fucking
I
rat,
can
bro.
tell. I know he runs, bro. Like,
This doesn't even make sense in verse, anyways.
I know he it doesn't too. So
Axolip.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Anyways.
Why did
Anyways.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
why did you even choose to argue something that is paradoxical?
Yeah, because this is kind of ass. But anyways, what were
it's
you
not
asking me?
paradoxical. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's somewhat,
Okay,
it's
so yeah, I was saying Warriors. What I was saying was like we can't like imagine higher dimensionals. Like, for example, like God encompasses all of us. Okay, God encompasses all of us, and God is like
What?
you can.
What?
Okay, you already agreed. We can't
Encompassing.
imagine God. No.
What do you mean
Okay.
by
Yeah.
sorry? Sorry. What do you mean by encompassing? Sorry. What do you mean by encompassing?
Encompassing like encompassing means like for example being above it. Like being above it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Like yeah. Okay. So you said, for example, like you literally said, imagination is only visual. And like what I'm saying is like, okay, if God is a higher dimensional being and God encompasses all of us, and you already agreed that God cannot be like visualized. So like, what do you define God as? Yeah.
It's like God is logically possible. It's not logically impossible. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, then it does matter because you literally said we can't imagine God, and God is like supposed to be like a higher dimensional, higher metaphysical
Are you
force.
saying that? Are you saying that God? Are you saying that God can exist in? Okay, sure. Like I said multiple
Yeah,
times, even if you take my point for granted, even if you try to strawman it, this
I'm not trying to
doesn't mean
sound.
that
I'm
God
not
doesn't
trying to
exist.
sound.
You can imagine. You can say that something exists, right?
Wait, no.
But
Where
you
is
can
Mhm.
he?
imagine.
Where is he? Where is he? He's saying it's not about like whether or not like God can imagine this. He's making a point about how God is all encompassing and still beyond all things.
Oh, so you're saying that like if God is above all things, yes, I completely agree to that. That's completely fine. What I'm trying
Okay,
to say
sure.
is
So
that
like.
yeah, what I'm trying to
Yeah, yeah. So like what I'm saying is like if God cannot be like God definitely can't be visualized through imagination. You already agreed to that. And what I'm saying it's like it's the same case with Barry. Like Barry is like we don't necessarily need to like
wait.
imagine Barry's
You're
visualization.
kind of back. You wait. You backtracked here because you said that Barry Allen is everything.
Yeah, okay. Like Barry Allen is everything. Okay, what's the problem with that? That was my initial premise. Yeah.
Yes, I've already addressed this on multiple
Okay.
occasions. So
No, no,
if
no.
we're
We
gonna
are
go back to
arguing.
that point, that'll just be backtracking. So let's continue on this point.
That's not.
Even if like
That's not backtracking.
it
Wait,
No,
would be
no, no.
fine. It would be fine if your okay. Look, it would be fine if your premise was Barry Allen is above everything. But you're saying that Barry Allen is everything, which is a contradiction, as I've clarified multiple times throughout this dialectic. It doesn't matter. Okay, what I'm trying to
Okay.
ask you right now is how we can
Yeah.
is how said thing exists and which what we're arguing on right now. So, all right.
Yeah, very easy. So, like, what I was saying is again, you said, okay, for example, like Barry Allen cannot be like everything because everything will mean like he's like both a spatial and a temporal and a spatial and temporal. Okay, that's what you
Yeah,
said, right?
yeah.
Okay, and I'm telling you, yeah, yeah, and I'm telling you again, there is like unifying with all logical impossibilities and possibilities, and that's like what you're trying to
oh
argue.
my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah, why
You
is he? Why is he?
backtrack.
No, 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 no. I'm not backtracking. I'm asking you, bro. I'm just trying to like go through all of debate. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh,
I'm trying to like go through all points.
okay,
Okay?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So like we
Wait,
went
wait.
to
Why are you
like
doing this though? Why are you doing this though? Why not take
because
your time? Why are we
because I
doing
want to
this?
see no, 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 because I want to see if I missed something or not. Can I do
Okay,
that?
so you want to see if you're tracking. So if you want to see if you're
Yeah,
tracking, okay, sure.
yeah. Okay, so like we went through all of this, and we said like we argued about logical impossibilities and possibilities, and again. So what we are saying here is like you're trying to like say that logical impossibilities can't exist, and I'm trying to argue that it can exist, right?
Okay, yes, yes. Yes.
And and like we are talking about how basically we can imagine, we don't necessarily need visual image of logical impossibilities. We can imagine them like in a hypothetical scenario. We can like type about it, we can write
Can
it.
you imagine? Can you? Yeah, sure. That's linguistic. That's linguistic.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't think, wait. Don't you think okay, don't you think fiction is a hypothetical scenario? We already went through this, but I'm asking again.
Oh my god. I've already said if it can, yes, it is a hypothetical scenario, but what I'm putting into question, if it can exist in this hypothetical scenario, the author can intend for it to exist, doesn't mean that exists in all
Yeah.
actuality or in this hypothetical scenario, in this crossover setting, okay? Because it is a contradiction. Otherwise, this high crossover would take place in a logically
Mhm.
impossible world, which I disagree on. I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Inherently
Okay,
exist.
yeah.
Or no,
Bro,
So
not inherently. Exist in
wait,
fiction.
wait,
no, where is he?
bro. Can I
So
add something, bro?
my where is he? Where is he? My point.
Dogs, I
Yeah,
want to
sorry.
ask something. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
No, like, what's being argued again? Because Roy Z is saying like they cannot exist, but like he's arguing they cannot exist even when
He's
his
trying to
point
argue
is they
that
cannot
logically
exist.
impossible. He's trying to argue that logically impossibilities can exist. I'm trying to argue that that they can exist in fiction. What I'm trying to argue is that they cannot exist in fiction.
Okay,
That's
no.
what I'm trying to say.
Where is he? Where is he? So Black,
Okay.
I can explain my points. Black, you can
Like
mic up.
sort
Sorry.
of like they cannot exist in actuality, sort of. Just to be crystal clear for the audience, what I'm trying to say is sure.
Hey, yeah, I understand. You're saying that the author can intend for it, but it doesn't necessitate them
Yes,
existing in
yes,
actuality.
exactly. He has
Yeah.
never attacked that point, by the way, just to be clear. Axolip, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So again, where is he? So like we can get back to the point of like God and shit. Do you want to get back to
No, that
that?
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That
Why?
doesn't matter.
Why is he? Why is he?
He's
Why is he? Why is he?
impossible.
We can't,
Everything
no,
is
no, no, no,
logically
no. We
impossible. You
can't
can
describe
hold on,
God.
Axolip.
We can't imagine. No, no, no. Where is he? Let me finish. We can't imagine God, but we can make descriptions of God. We can like make a hypothetical scenario of God. We can like, okay, we can't visually imagine God. Like, what do you mean with that? Like, huh?
Holy crap. First of all, I've
Yeah.
already addressed this multiple times.
Okay. What's your like?
Even if you say, God,
Yeah.
even if you say he is not a logical impossibility, it's logically possible to imagine these things. It's a logical possibility to imagine these things. Eventually, tomorrow we could imagine God. Eventually, in a week we could imagine God. In a month we could imagine God. It doesn't freaking matter because it is a logical possibility. What I'm putting into question is logical impossibilities. Do you understand here? So look, even like we've already went through this. This is just another format of the higher dimensional point that we just went through. That that we just went through. Like you just bring up things with linguistic that are not
Okay.
logical impossibilities. What I'm asking you, can you imagine a world where Axolip has a dick and doesn't have a dick? Hello? Can you imagine that question?
Yeah, where is he?
Can you
Where is
imagine?
he? Okay, where is he? Where is he? Again, that doesn't address my point. Okay, sure, we can't imagine them
That doesn't
visually.
completely
It doesn't, because I'm gonna explain why it doesn't. Okay, yeah. Again, because again, okay, you said imagination is only visual. If something cannot be visualized, it's not logical. Okay, higher dimensionals like
I've never
God.
said that. I've never said
Okay,
that.
what did you
Anything
say
that's
then?
logically possible can be visualized. It can eventually be
Oh,
visualized because it is a
and you're
logical
saying something that
possibility.
can.
That
Okay,
does
and you're
not
saying,
matter. I never.
Yo, bro,
yeah, yeah.
like, you know what, bro? Y'all should just, like, I don't know, postpone and conclude or something. If you're saying he said that and he's saying he didn't say that, y'all could just look at the record.
Okay, yeah, I didn't mute you, by the way.
Yo,
You
I
were
can
talking.
get yo, I can
He's
get
just strumming,
completely
right?
into Z1.
No, I'm not just commenting, but
Yo,
okay,
Z
okay, we can
Z1 is
You know
we
actually
what?
can
crazy.
postpone it.
You know what?
We can, no, 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 no. Where is he?
Oh,
Where is
wait,
he? Where is he?
I
We
can
can
watch I
postpone
don't
it.
feel like watching the rec, but I can
You
watch
want
the
to
rec.
postpone it? You want to
Yeah,
postpone it?
yeah.
Listen,
What
listen,
Toxic said. Yeah,
Can
we
you?
can postpone it and continue it. Yeah.
guys, I
Okay.
can just argue
But
that
why?
God
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be
I don't think. Yeah, but I don't
visualized.
want to. Yeah, but I don't want to postpone this, dude. Yeah, but I don't want to postpone this.
Why?
This is so long. I want to
This has
debate
gone
you.
on. This has freaking gone on for how many hours now? Let's check the
Like
recording.
1 hour.
An hour.
One
It hasn't
hour
This has
been,
gone
yeah,
for
it
an
hasn't
hour.
been
Well,
30 minutes.
This has gone for an hour. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
the
we
next
can.
an hour 30 minutes. The next time, I'm pretty sure the next time we're going to argue on this. Next time, if we postpone it now, we're gonna argue again on this point, and plus you'll get prep time, and you'll just come with more
No,
things
I
that
don't need
you do not
prep
correlate
time.
to my point.
I don't need prep
Ah,
time. That's toxic. Yeah,
So
that is toxic to say
what I'm
that.
saying is
no,
you're
Warrior
being a little
Z.
bit
Okay,
conceited
but let me
about
just
what I'm saying.
explain.
Or
Warrior Z,
what's up?
like the
Yeah.
main point right now is whether or not you actually said that. So if it's the case you didn't say that, then you win the debate. That's the entire point of like postponing for now.
Let me
And
check.
if you said that,
Wait,
then I don't know.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I never said
you're
that.
not gonna repeat. Yeah,
Claim
you're
that
not
to
gonna
the
repeat
argument.
this. Yeah, you're not gonna repeat the
I could
same
give the
like
argument for that. I could give the
Yeah, you're
argument
not
for
gonna
that,
repeat
but
this.
Warrior,
Let's,
warrior,
let's You're not gonna make the point
warrior. I
again.
can just
So
argue
I
you
could have
won.
a.
I can just argue you won, because I have the whole recording.
Yeah,
we
And
cannot
how
debate
is
it.
me? So like,
yeah,
no, no. Toxic. Do you want Black Eye to explain my point? Black Eye, nigga,
Nigga, no,
explain
I
my
want to
point.
debate,
Come.
nigga.
yeah. Black
Yeah,
Guy
like,
completely knows. Yeah, I know Black Guy knows, but Black Guy is a complete retard, so he probably doesn't even understand anything yet.
I was a retard, huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
you're the
wait,
one
wait.
that's
Where
tracking
is
his
he?
Yeah,
arguments
Black
right
Guy.
Where's
Yeah,
now.
Blue?
Black Guy is a stupid freaking retard who
He's not
who
the
Alright,
thinks
retard, nigga.
Bro,
What?
the
I
worst
don't
nigga,
think
fuck
he's
equality
Okay,
you.
of
tracking
he's
his
not
minorities
the
is
arguments
Okay,
retard,
bullshit.
so
huh?
what we were
Mr.
saying,
So
right?
What?
So
awesome.
like,
Wait, wait,
Black
where
Guy
is he?
so
Where is
like
he?
we were
Chelsea
saying, so
Awards,
like we
man.
were
You're not
saying,
like me, bro. Yeah,
so like
bro.
we
Come
were
on.
saying,
Who cares
so
to this
like we
guy,
were
bro?
saying, right?
Who cares,
Like we were
He's
champion?
saying,
Niggas
not,
so
he's
I
good,
can
not the
man.
just argue
retard.
that Warrior Z won. So can all you shut the fuck up
Lord Uther is
and just
so
let these
good,
two
bro. I
dorks
can't
named
really hold
Warrior
against
Toxic
Yeah,
that.
debate?
Yeah,
here's
Because
okay.
this shit going
yeah.
on
You
We
say
can
for an
Warriors,
hour and a half right now.
You say
And can you
Warriors,
niggas
Okay.
shut the fuck up for 1 second?
yo
Mm.
Can you niggas
look.
shut the fuck up
Axel,
with your
Axel,
Indian
look.
ass Bengali
Yeah,
mics?
what?
You sound
Yeah,
goofy
yeah,
as shit. I want you to know that.
yeah.
Axel,
Alright. Yeah, good boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Axel.
Anyways, so
Yeah,
look,
Warrior, what's up?
shut the fuck up.
Damn, but so he really said good boy, bro.
Huh?
Just like
But
chill
he
for a
said
second.
good boy to you, bro.
Yeah, MTF, just chill for a second. I'm just gonna tell Axel something. Look,
Mm-hmm.
okay, where do
I
you
want
plan
to
on this
debate.
dialectic? What do you plan? This is like pretty much the last point of the debate. Like I've said, we
Mm,
could argue on this last point of the debate, or we could just
we can postpone it. Wait, wait.
or
Again. Warriors,
okay,
Warriors.
why should we freaking postpone it? Like, what's the purpose in that?
Because, bro, it doesn't get anywhere. Like you can already see it doesn't get anywhere.
What do you mean it doesn't get anywhere? Dude, don't you think that would be okay, a whole separate debate on if I said said thing or not? And even if,
No. I
I think
never
this is
said
just a bad
we can
faith. I think this
continue
is
the
just a bad
debate.
faith tactic.
We can continue the
You've
debate
actually been bad
after this.
faith. You've actually been bad faith this entire time. This is a bad faith argument, and you've got what bad faith arguments get. It gets slammed, right? So look, what I'm trying to tell
What?
you.
Damn.
Nah.
You've
Warriors,
actually
Warriors.
conceded to the fact that it is a bad faith argument. Otherwise,
Damn.
this is a rat. This doesn't even work inverse. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, okay, it's a rat,
You
but
yourself know that
okay.
this is a bad faith
It's
argument.
about.
Since
It's
you're
not
a bad
about a
faith,
rat.
I'll also be bad faith if you want.
Okay, you are. Wait. Warriors,
I think you guys are just making
You
toxic
already wait.
egotistical.
Let me tell you. You already tried to be dishonest, so why can't I be dishonest? I want to ask you that.
You
Damn.
were dishonest because you were
Yeah, I
dishonest
was
ever since the
dishonest. So what you
start.
gonna do about it? Like, yeah, I was dishonest. What you gonna do
Damn, what you
about
gonna
it?
do
You wanna
about
do
it?
something about it?
Yeah, you were dishonest ever since the start.
What do
Since
you
you
see? What do you see?
decided.
What do
Damn,
you see?
he
What
raised
do you
his
see?
nut, bro.
If you wanna go on, no.
You're fundamentally
If
a
you
bad
wanna go
faith.
on, like, what you
That's
wanna do
what
about
leads
it?
you
I
to
was
bad faith.
dishonest. So what you gonna do about
Damn.
it? What
You
you gonna
get
do
all
about
that
being
you get fired
dishonest?
out
What you
when
gonna
you
do
go
about
on
it?
Damn.
Like I
a
gonna ask you, what you gonna do about
Oh
it?
my god!
Like what you gonna do about being dishonest? I wanna ask you. Yeah.
Damn, Eric
Yeah.
sucks.
What you gonna do, bitch? Shut your bitch ass up.
all of his virgins.
Damn, shut your bitch ass up. It's crazy.
Warrior Z.
His
Wanna
virgins.
wait,
He gets fired
wait.
out.
Wanna
This is
literally,
this is
no.
the only
Show
reason
your
why
face,
you're
nigga.
winning is because you know that you're
Nigga, you're
losing.
fucking Anna. Who you
That's the only
talking to
reason
like that,
why.
bitch?
That's the
You're
only
like, you're
reason
talking
why.
to captain to
Hey,
yourself.
once
Nigga,
again,
you're
I'm
not
back
in
to
my
you guys
cause.
being white.
Shut
Now
your
you guys
bitch
are
ass
being
up, nigga.
white. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
literally
Keep
a
talking
fucking
about it.
ass.
Being
You
white.
fucking bitch.
All right,
Nigga,
then.
you're